The 2014 Ram 1500 gets the latest version of Chrysler's uConnect 8-inch touchscreen system. If you don't care about infotainment, then go ahead and follow those instructions down below on the bottom of your screen to skip on over to the drive section of the review. The system is noted for being very snappy and having almost everything driven by this touchscreen right here. In the Ram 1500, we also get some physical buttons down below the screen, most notably for the heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats that you would normally find in most uConnect equipped vehicles right here in the screen. This row of buttons on the bottom is fixed, and that's how you navigate inside the system. Over here on the radio tab is where you'll find AM, FM, as well as Sirius XM. Across the top we have our preset buttons, and those presets are unique to the individual tuner. So we have 12 presets for Sirius XM, 12 for FM, 12 for AM, rather than a combined system. We also have a direct access tune button here, which allows you to directly tune a particular channel in. A lot easier to navigate than certain systems. Direct access to our audio options right there with that audio button available in most sources. Scooting over to the media option, we have a fully featured iPod interface, Bluetooth of course, secure digital, and that same auxiliary input. The slider on the top allows you to scrub inside your track. We have access to the tracks that are on your current playlist right there with that tracks button. We can also see a little map insert inside this window via the map button. Info button takes you to information about this particular track. The browse button is how you would actually navigate your device. We have full access to artists, playlists, songs, etc. And you also have access to full voice commands with your iPod or your USB or Android device, depending on what you have connected to the system, very much like Ford's Sync. The controls button is for your heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, as well as the auto-dimming mirror. Again, these heated and cooled seats and heated steering wheel buttons are duplicated with physical buttons down below. The climate button is where you can adjust certain climate control settings as well as see what the climate control is currently doing. That's where you can turn off the dual zone climate control. We also have a direct access button to those same controls. The nav screen should be very familiar to you if you've ever used a Garmin device, and that's because Chrysler just integrates Garmin software right into the uConnect system. Over here on the View Map button, you can see we have a pretty standard map with Sirius XM traffic. The system is fairly snappy, fairly responsive. Over here on the main screen, you can enter your address via these buttons right here on the screen, or you can enter the address via natural voice commands as well. The Bluetooth interface is a fairly stereotypical Bluetooth phone interface for a car. We have speed dial buttons across the top, redial send button, end button, mute button, transfer button, three-way call button over there. We have access to the phone book on your phone, recent call list from the phone, dial pad, which allows you to dial numbers as well as enter numbers into an IVR system. Over here we have settings for the phone that allow you to pair Bluetooth devices, and if your device supports it, we also have messaging ability in the system. One thing to note is that Apple iOS devices do not support that yet. Over on the Apps button is where you'll find, in addition to apps, also the system settings, so you can change all the vehicle settings and system settings right there. We also can find apps, AHA, Assist, iHeartRadio, Pandora, etc. Wide variety of apps are available on this, and there's also an app store that you can download additional apps into this system. This is also where you'll find the Wi-Fi hotspot, because this new uConnect system has a Sprint cellular modem built right into it, allowing you to not only share the cellular connection with devices in your car via Wi-Fi, but it also allows you to download certain information from the App Store and other applications that require data services in the car. The Sirius TravelLink app, however, is different because all of this information from sports to movie listings to weather, etc., is all directed by the Sirius XM traffic service, which you do need to pay for in the vehicle. This uConnect Assist app is very new, and it allows you to request roadside assistance, uConnect Care, or vehicle care right from the system. The system operates very similarly to what you find in the OnStar system from General Motors. We have an assist button right up here in the rearview mirror, as well as a 911 button. It will call for assistance if you get into an accident, but you do have to pay for that service just like you have to pay for OnStar. Overall, I rank this system above Chevy's MyLink system because the new MyLink system that you'll find in GM's pickup trucks is actually based on Cadillac Q, a system that I find a little bit more difficult to use. It's not quite as intuitive in terms of the system navigation or in terms of system reliability. My Ford Touch is one of my favorites, but I rank this one just ahead of My Ford Touch. My Ford Touch does allow a few more voice commands, and they're a little bit more natural than this system, but My Ford Touch is getting on a bit, and the system interface is an awful lot slower than this system, so that is one thing to keep in mind. Also, My Ford Touch has a reputation for crashing regularly, while uConnect doesn't.